This episode of YouFishTV is brought to you by Robust Automotive and Marine Paints, Shimano Unequaled Engineering Excellence, Ray Marine Electronics, Bar Crusher Boats, Suzuki Outboards, and Club Marine Insurance. G'day, I'm Brendan Wing and welcome to YouFishTV. Today I'm doing something totally new. I've grown up being a saltwater fisherman. Never before have I walked a wild mountain stream in pursuit of trout. We've got Cameron Smith leading the way, showing us what to do, teaching me streamcraft. Basically, where to look for trout, how to read the water. It's hard work and it's quite challenging. Well, anyway, we're going to just keep persevering up this river and share what I learn as we go. Some beautiful rapids up here.
Oh, you see that? So just further upstream there, trout just absolutely hammered an inset off the surface. Now for me that's some of the most exciting action, is when you see a trout come up and take your dry fly that's floating on the surface. Just awesome, absolutely awesome. And he's hammering insects down there.
Got a beautiful brown here. He's just come out this clear mountain stream. Beautiful fish.
Absolutely beautiful. Have a look at this.
Nice and chunky. A lot of gold on him.
And that's a brown trout, mate?
Yeah.
And that's a wild stream trout. That's not a released fish?
Yep. This is wild fish, mate.
Wow, that was spectacular watching you guys stalk up on him like that.
Let's get him back.
Get him back.
Beautiful stuff.
Good start, mate.
Yep.
Good start.
We're gonna get a few.
On the lure, squidgy, soft plastic. Great little lure.
So basically what the plan is, we've got Sean over here is going to work the fly rod. The idea of him going first in every pool is because the fly won't spook the fish. If we let the plastic go in first, it might spook the fish and the fly guy doesn't get a crack. And that's what we did that time, isn't it, boys? You went up, you saw the fish.
I had two takes on the fly and missed both of them.
Okay.
And let him have a go with the lure and straight on.
Yeah, that's right. So
Obviously wanted a more aggressive hit.
yeah, well, we captured the hit beautifully, boys. That was amazing. Big boof. And you actually see up there, boys, where I saw the hit off the water there.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's keep walking upstream.
Yeah, that's a goodie.
Come just down that bubble line.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just sneaking up on this pool here, trying to be as quiet as possible because often a lot of the fish will sit just in front of the rapid here. So I'm trying to spot some fish to see if I can cast that one. Now remember, we always fish upstream for trout. Always walk upstream. Reason being is that the trout sit waiting for food facing upstream. And if you come in from behind, they can't see you as easily. And that's why the camera's behind us, because we're walking upstream, trout are facing upstream, and we're casting upstream. Perfect landing. Right on the bubble line. It's where the trout sit and feed. Wait for the insects to come downstream and they just snatch them up. That's right in the bubble line. Oh, that's a good line there. So really what we're looking for here is we're trying to play the bubble line. The reason being is that that's where all the food trickles down and that's where the trout sit and wait. And they just snatch it up as they come past. So don't be afraid to play that fast moving water with your fly because that's where they're sitting.
One of the things you got to remember when you're looking for trout is trout need food. It's obviously aquatic insects flowing down. any sort of bait fish in the water, crustaceans, and they also need flowing water, which brings down dissolved oxygen. And another thing on top of that is shelter. So they need some sort of shelter to hide from predators. If you got all three of them things, you can find where trout are sitting in a pool. And just cast to them.
Looks like some good pools coming up there, huh?
Yeah, there's some good ones up here.
That looks beautiful. Looks very productive. You've got your bubble lines, you've got your rapids, you've got your rocks.
Yeah.
Trout tend to sit behind the rocks a lot. Stay out of the current so they don't have to work as hard.
Also, they love the undercut banks, any structure in the water, snags.
And when trout fishing, you've got to try to be as quiet as possible, because these fish pick up any little noise, any little vibration that you make. And they spook so easily, more so than any other fish I've ever fished for. So it pays to be extra quiet. Oh, just missed a fish. Came up for the dry fly. Tiniest little sip. Didn't actually hit it. Came up, had a look at it, turned away. Okay, give it a bash with the lure. And he's on again. Another little brown.
Righto, nice little trout here. We just had a situation where Sean on the fly, he got a snag with his fly line, and he put his rod down and let me cast in with the lure. And what happened there is I managed to pull this fish without him going and untangling his line and spooking all the fish. So working as a team, we've got an extra fish in the bag. Let's let him go. Again, just give them a little bit to get their bearings. Put them in a nice sheltered bit of water where they can choose whether they want to fight the current or not. That's awesome.
Good, that's it, teamwork. That's how we do it. Let's go get some more. So we've just pulled a fish out of this pool here, probably about halfway down, and we pulled it out pretty quick, so we should still have half a shot at the rest of this pool. Often they do spook once you've caught one fish, but we're going to give it a bash. We're going with the fly first, and then the lure. It's been working for us, so we're not going to change it now. Basically just casting upstream, letting the dry fly drift downstream with the current. And it needs to drift at exactly the same pace as what the water is flowing, otherwise the fish won't even look at it. So it can be a bit tricky because your line can drag the fly and it can move faster than what the water is actually flowing, and that's not what you want. So with this sort of fishing, you've got to be really in tune with what's going on. You can't lose concentration for a second. Just rejected it. Oh, and he's on the nymph. Oh, spat me. He spat me. He spat me.
Oh no, that was awesome.
Oh man. How did he spit the nymph?
He's always there every single time.
Little bugger.
Every single time.
A little bit further up. The flies that we've got are too big at the moment, so they're not even looking at them. They're feeding on tiny little things just under the surface, so we're going to try and mimic that. It's called matching the hatch. And it applies for anything in fishing, but more so in trout fishing, you've got to match what the fish are feeding on. We got him. So that just went like clockwork. Okay. Fish was taking something off the surface. Fly was too big that we were using. So we downscaled the fly and he's come up and it's done the damage. That is just absolutely perfect. We planned this. We saw the fish taking something off the surface. We downscaled our fly. We put a cast in literally 30 centimeters from where he was taking the other insects, and he came up and he hammered that. It's just beautiful when a plan comes together, isn't it?
Working as a team is important too, because I
That's
could have
exactly
come
right.
in with my lure and I could have spooked that fish so easily. And there's one less fish that we have, because a lot of trout, when they're rising on the top, they don't really want lures. So it's better to go at them with a fly first. So if you're fishing with a mate, make sure you do it right and work as a team. At the end of the day, you'll have more fun, and it doesn't have to be competitive.
So one thing to remember with trout is always wet your hands before you handle them. Reason being is they're not such a hardy fish, and you don't want to take that slime off. So always wet your hands when handling a trout. He's taken that little fly.
Smack bang in the center of his gob.
Tiny little beetle imitation. And the downsizing has done the job. Great little wild brown trout. Beautiful, just in perfect condition. Probably never even seen another human before.
That's
beautiful.
Unbelievable, boys. It's incredible to watch. I hope everyone at home is appreciating the effort we're going to do this.